So when it comes to your practice, your business, you want those good stories in there. And there's stories about people that you got to transform, and they get to share those stories. It's stories about how it made a difference in your life, or stories about why you're in certain communities. We all have those certain stories. So instead of leaning into worrying about branding and logos and colors and damn graphics, what stories could you be telling better? You want to have those great stories. And if there is bad stories and you have that narrative, you can make that stuff kind of disappear by telling more good stories. So that is your assignment. That's what I want you to lean into. One of my favorite stories that I always tell about is a patient named Jane. And Jane came in to my office within like the first or second week I took over the practice, and she was wearing a dress. And I came in to do the hygiene check, and she was leaning back in the chair, and she introduced herself, said, "Hi, I'm Jane." She stuck out her hand, and she had a strong handshake. And I found out later she was a farmer's wife. She was a tough lady, and she was wearing a dress, and she made a point of saying, "Hey, I'm wearing a dress." And I said, "Yes, I know you're wearing a dress, Jane. That's a lovely dress." But she said, "I don't wear dresses. And so if you kill me at this dental visit, this is what they're going to bury me in." And that's how she set the tone for our conversations. I will never forget that story. And I always look at other people like that. Now, the other story I got to tell about Jane later on in life was this rough and tough lady who came in to me and who told me she just wanted her teeth cleaned and nothing more. She came in very subdued, and she was explaining to me about an accident she'd been in. She rode horses. She was up in the wilderness. A branch came, the horse went under. She didn't duck, and the branch flopped back, and it hit her in the eye, and it detached her retina. And she went through several retina replacement surgeries on it, and during one of them, there was complications, and she lost the muscle tone around her eye, so she had a drooping eye. And so she said, "I want people, the first thing they see me is not this drooping eye. I want an outstanding smile. And that's what I want to see." And so this rough and tough lady who told me she's there for a cleaning, she laid down the rules, and here she was years later, and she was there for cosmetic dentistry, and she became our biggest advocate for our services and what cosmetic dentistry could do for somebody, because I have that story. And I told that story about Jane all the time. I'm telling you now. So create those stories for yourself.